Hello everyone, this is part 4, I believe, of my journey through collision detection and physics objects in Unity. Today we're seeing a game very similar to what you did in part 3, only there is a new monster rather than just a sphere, imported from Blender, and there's minor color changes in the obstacles. You can see some added functionality would have been added. And let's get into it. So you can see the monster moves left and right just like the obstacles and is affected by physics collisions. And he gets smaller when he gets hit. But this guy has some tricks up his sleeve. From time to time he will shoot these evil purple balls that look harmless at first, but when you touch it you can see your paddle gets smaller ever so slightly. Oh wow, we already won the game. Okay. And so yeah, you can win the game just by hitting the monster. It has a health of, I believe, 5. And what you may not know is that there's an Easter egg such that if you hit the monster with an obstacle, it'll do the same amount as if you hit it with a normal ball. There were 4 main classes that I changed. This monster, by the way, was imported via Blender, and then I just imported it as a prefab. But once again, as I was saying before, there were 4 main classes that I changed. The first one being the movement of the ball. The main thing that I changed was its on collision enter. Basically, it removes the enemy's health and increases its min velocity, meaning that it'll move faster every time it gets hit. I'd also set its local scale to a new vector 3 of x, y, and z as I reduce them by a little bit. I'll also print out the health just for good measure. The movement of the obstacle. This is where I added the on collision enter, making it an Easter egg, making the health go down, the min velocity goes up, and printing out the health. As you can see, the obstacle does not shrink the enemy. When you hit it with an obstacle, it does not shrink the enemy. Only a ball does that. I wanted to have something special about that. Now this is the main attraction, the evil actions of the class. Here in start, we set its health equal to 5, we get its rigid body component, and we set it equal to initial velocity. So right now, it moves like an obstacle. The main thing that's changed is that in its evil actions, we pass in the evil ball prefab, and then around every 1000 frames, we instantiate a bullet ball with its transformed opposition and a random vector 3 anywhere between -10 and 10 and -8 and -5. You can see there's no Z value for the axis, so it won't go flying off into the distance. And frame count goes up as health goes down. The bounce is the same, only I've disabled directions for the Z and Y axis, so once again the ball doesn't go flying off or doesn't drop it down so that you could hit it with your paddle and cheat the game. And then there's the evil ball movement. This is how the evil ball moves. It moves very similar to the movement ball, except if its Y value goes down, we can destroy the game object, and then if it collides with the bat, well, I just have this so I know when I hit it. It's a nice thing when the computer says hello back to me. And then I can say Z is equal to this, and then I lower Z. I lower the Z part of a variable that I have here, and then I set that equal to the collision.gameObject.transform. This basically says, okay, what object did I collide with and how do I lower it? And then I set that Z vector 3 to be lower. And then I check to make sure that it is lower. And then I bounce. The bounce is pretty much the same, only I set the direction.z equal to 0, so once again the ball doesn't fly away. So those are the major changes I've made. Thank you for watching. Make sure to comment if you want to see anything in particular. Make sure to also like and subscribe if you want to see more. That is all I have today, and thank you for watching.